Elliot Blumberg on behalf of Gabrielle St. Clair, who's appearing via Zoom.
Thank you. And Mr. St. Clair, this is your parenting time complaint, is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. And how are you saying the parenting time was violated?
I'm supposed to have them for Easter weekend when on Friday, April 3rd, Miss St. Clair messaged me stating that my kids did not want to come with me and she wasn't going to let them come to Easter, so I did not have them for Easter weekend. So she withheld the kids from me on my holiday.
Mr. Blumberg, what would you like to say regarding that?
I'm going to let my client address that, but my understanding is, and what the order provides, is that holiday parenting time is as the parties agree. Clearly, there was not an agreement as to Easter, so I don't see how there could possibly be a violation of the court order.
Okay. Let me dig into that. And Mr. St. Clair, are you saying that you guys have a specific holiday schedule?
I do not. I even talked to the FOC and the parenting holiday schedule. Our court states that if we don't agree upon the holiday, it falls back on the standard holiday parenting time.
Your Honor, that's not what the order provides. The order simply says holiday parenting time shall be as the parties agree. There's no fallback language based on the order I saw.
Well, I do see an order from September of 23. So the original order looks like it was just all as agreed. Then I see an order September of 23 where parenting time was changed.
A father appeared before the court, claiming he was denied Easter parenting time. He argued the children's mother withheld the children despite holiday visitation rights.
That did say that holiday parenting time shall be as they agree. If no agreement is reached, the parties shall default to the 46th Circuit Court holiday guideline. I don't believe that's been changed, but let me double check. I don't see any other orders after that. So, Mr. Blumberg, do you want Ms. St. Clair to speak on this issue?
Sure, Judge. Thank you.
Ms. St. Clair?
Hello.
What would you like to say regarding this parenting time?
Well, to begin with, he had them for spring break, and it was my spring break because he had essentially bullied me into giving up my time. And it was easier to let him have the children than to continue to fight because it was the first spring break in 3 years that he was interested in having them. And then when I got them back on the morning, or I guess it was noon on the 2nd of April. From the moment that they were turned into my care, they told me with no shadow of a doubt, they did not want to return to their father's care for that weekend because of the care they had received during the last weekend of spring break.
What day did they come to you and what day were they supposed to go back?
They came back to me April 2nd at noon, and they were supposed to return April 3rd at, I think it says 6 p.m. for Easter time.
Yep.
And so I had texted Mr. St. Clair, and I was like, I don't know what to do. They were having emotional meltdowns. There is no other way to phrase it. It was heartbreaking to see, and I could not bring myself.
All right, that's okay, man. I'll have some follow-up.
The court reviewed previous custody orders and discovered provision requiring standard holiday guidelines when parents fail to reach mutual agreements on schedules.
Questions in a second. So, Mr. St. Clair, is it correct that you had the kids, dropped them off to mom, and then you were going to get them back about 24 hours later?
No, my understanding, I had what I got from online under the 46th Circuit. I had the wrong parenting time schedule. So my under condition was I thought I had spring break and Easter. It was brought to my point that I had the wrong version of the parenting time schedule. So I thought it was right-minded to give the kids back, and then it was my Easter, try to just get them back on my parenting time. But yes, I will admit that I had the wrong version of parenting.
You did have several days the spring break then, correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And have you had parenting time since this time, or is parenting time not happening?
I had my weekends. Memorial Day weekend was scheduled for my standard parenting time, but it was Mrs. St. Clair's holiday schedule, which I ended up having the kids.
My question was, since that Easter time, you've had parenting time on your normal weekends?
That is correct.
Okay, all right. Well, given all that information, the additional time that Mr. St. Clair had regarding the confusion on spring break, so essentially Mom did lose some time there. So given those circumstances and the confusion, I am going to dismiss the show cause complaint. Any questions, Mr. Blumberg?
No, Judge, thank you.
Mr. St. Clair, any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you everyone for appearing. You're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
It's Ms. Mullen, followed by Mr. Minkevich. So, sir, how are you saying the order was violated?
So the order was violated. I contacted Olivia to show up at Wolverine where we met, and she did not show up for multiple different dates. And so it's been 56 days since the 1st of April that I've yet to see my kid.
The mother explained the children returned from spring break emotionally distressed and strongly resisted another immediate visit, leading her to deny Easter parenting time.
And I've contacted her, say, hey, I'll be there. And she says, I'm not coming. So this is the second time I actually filed a complaint. The first time, friend of court did not get the proper documentation from the county clerk. So I had to provide proper documentation to the friend of the court. So I had to restart all this events all over again. So now we're just finally getting into the days where I consider that, even though like last week there could have been another violation, and I missed a couple of the holidays also without my kid.
All right, ma'am, what do you want to say?
I had filed an ex parte motion on April 4th, or there was an incident, on April 4th, and then I had filed an ex parte motion. I guess between the mail taking, over a week back and forth, these orders had come in between that. So my ex parte was denied because this hearing was already in play. But so I guess that's why we're here. I'm not sure.
Well, it looks like your ex parte was denied due to insufficient evidence of irreparable harm to meet the ex parte relief standard, and then it was referred to the friend court for this hearing. So is there a court order saying he is supposed to have parenting time?
Yes.
And are you withholding his parenting time?
Only for this reason. We had an altercation at pickup.
Okay.
So my concern is for Kai's safety, and
After reviewing the circumstances, including scheduling confusion and additional parenting time already received, the judge dismissed the father's show cause complaint.
I'm just
Altercation
trying
between you and him? Was the altercation between him and the child? What did it do to put the child at harm?
It was between him, the child, and I.
Okay.
My explanation of the incident is in a letter that I sent with the ex parte of the incident.
So you think his parenting time should be suspended completely, or what is it that you think should happen?
No, I'm just asking that maybe we can get some kind of suggestion to do some anger management and some parenting classes to see if, that way maybe help. I think this is just personal things going on. I truly don't believe that Tyler wants to hurt either of us. I think that this is just an underlying emotional issue that we can definitely take care of. So I'm not trying to really take it away. I just want to know that he is doing things to get better and be able to control his emotions. in a situation when things aren't going his way. We're only here right now anyway because he assaulted me, and I filed, we had a divorce, and this is why we're here in the first place. So really just asking that the court supports that Tyler needs to have some kind of classes or support in that way, so that he can be the best dad for Kai. Right now, I just want to have that support.
How long?
A second case followed, where a father alleged 56 days without seeing his child after repeated misexchanges and denied visitation opportunities.
Has this parenting time been happening?
This situation occurred on April 1st, and Kai has not seen him in person since then. Tyler asked for a video chat one time, and we did that.
So at one point his parenting time was suspended and then it started back up, is that correct?
Correct. There's a
When did it
previous
start
CPS.
When did it start back?
According to the paperwork, I believe in December of 24.
Okay, so he had parenting time throughout 2025 and then into 2026, correct?
Correct. We followed the order.
All right. And you're saying there was an incident on April 1st, and that's why you have stopped parenting time?
Correct. Or the 4th, I think it was. Sorry.
And so you're not going to follow the court order and are asking that there be a court hearing to decide if any changes should be made?
Correct.
Sir, when did you start missing parenting time? Was it in March or was it in April?
What was that, sir?
When did you start missing your parenting time?
I filed, so Olivia asked me to come early to pick up my kid, which I was 100%
All right, so both
okay.
of you, when I ask a question, hold on. When I ask a question, just answer the question and not give me a bunch of background and fluff and story time.
Sorry.
When did your parenting time stop?
April 1st.
When was your last? Okay. And then, ma'am, I guess I'm trying to understand why his parenting time should not be happening now.
Because
The mother cited an April confrontation involving herself, the father, and the child, claiming safety concerns justified temporarily withholding parenting time.
of his aggressive behavior.
On the occasion of April 1st.
Correct. There's been multiple incidents with his aggressive behavior. This is just the first time.
Police involved or CPS? Who got involved due to his aggressive behavior?
I called the police and made a report, and I
Okay.
filed a report with CPS. I have not heard back from CPS yet.
Sir, have you been interviewed by the police or CPS?
No, I have not.
Okay. What do you want to say about this incident, sir, that took place in April?
So there's two stories. I mean, there's two sides of every story, Your Honor.
There's a lot more than that.
There was an altercation, but it's what she has reported here is kind of altered by far. So I don't want to make a whole story, but there's definitely documentation here that's not truth. I always also had my girlfriend and her kid there. If it's necessary, I can have them also provide what happened. So Kai was in my possession, and she literally ripped open the door while we were in drive to get him out because he was freaking out about an apple. That was the altercation. This whole story that she made up here is not the truth.
All right. So the next available court date that I have is not until July 22nd. Her motion. Let me take another look at her motion. So, ma'am, your request is that what? He does some type of counseling before parenting time resumes?
Yes.
So, other than that April incident, you've been having parenting time for
The judge questioned both parties extensively. The father denied allegations, disputed the mother's account, and insisted events were being inaccurately portrayed.
A year and 4 months or so. Were there issues going on during his parenting time at that time?
Kai's behavior definitely was altered. He was more aggressive, not listening, hitting. We even had some issues at daycare with his aggressive behavior, and this was consistent with when he would come home from his dad's. And I lived in that home for several years, so I'm definitely privy to the way that things go there and how things are handled, and that concerns me. So that's why I suggest that the parenting classes and definitely some type of anger management, because as parents, our first response to our child not listening, it cannot be.
Ma'am, hold on. We went a little beyond my question and kind of danced around it mostly, but all right. So I'm going to give you guys a hearing date on July 22nd at 1 p.m. to address two things: the show cause against Miss Mullen, and then Miss Mullen's motion to make changes to the parenting time. Obviously, the prior order is still what remains in effect. If parenting time is withheld, continues to be withheld, and there is not good cause to withhold it, and that's certainly a factor when the court looks at the best interest factors, as well as any parenting time that is wrongfully withheld could be made up or would be made up if there's not good cause to withhold that parenting time.
Discussion shifted toward possible anger management classes, parenting education, and concerns regarding the child behavior, while the court evaluated future parenting arrangements.
Unfortunately, I don't have the earlier court date. The earlier dates in July got filled up earlier today. So July 22nd at 1 p.m. is your hearing time. That is an in-person hearing. You need to file a witness and exhibit list. If you intend to call any witnesses or seek to admit any exhibits, that needs to be filed 21 days prior to the hearing. Hearsay is not admissible, so if you intend to try and get things in from CPS and police, you're going to need to address the ability to have witnesses present. And we'll address then whether or not there should be any changes, and whether or not Ms. Mullen should be found in contempt, and whether or not there should be make-up parenting time. Any questions, sir?
Yes. Do I get my kid back then?
Well, the court order is the court order still. I don't know what Ms. Mullen's going to do or not do, but that's what the court order is.
The court order says I can have my kid back then, you're saying, sir?
Understand what the order says.
Okay.
And if parenting time is with fully, then that is the issue the court will address at that hearing, as well as any potential make-up parenting time. Any questions, Ms. Mullen?
Nope.
Sir, you cut out real quick when I was just hearing that. So I don't get my kid back on Sunday when I was supposed to have parenting time?
I did not say that, no. Your court order is what controls at this time.
Okay, so perfect. So if she doesn't show up Sunday when I say I'm there, it's another violation you're saying then, sir?
If the court order is not followed, either party has the right to file an additional parenting time complaint.
Yep. And
at that hearing in July, I will address all parenting time complaints that have been filed and all new parenting time complaint issues at that date.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Any questions, ma'am?
Nope.
All right, thank you. See you both here in person on July 22nd.
Thank you.
The judge scheduled a July hearing, reaffirmed the existing court order, warned against unjustified visitation interference, and outlined requirements for witnesses and evidence.